Hello and welcome to the Fulhamish quick take after Fulham's 1-1 draw at Tottenham. 10 men at the end, but we held on for a valiant point, and arguably, should Fulham have got all three? We'll come on to it. Liz, hello.
Hi, Sammy.
Second quick take in a week. This one's much more jolly.
Yeah, I'm feeling absolutely incredible. I have had a drink and a half. And we're also in maybe we shouldn't say, but we're in a Spurs pub. So we're jacket up on the shirt, but yeah, fabulous.
Yeah, filming a Fulham YouTube video in a Tottenham pub is bold behaviour. That has to be said. It's pretty quiet in here now, though. We're probably okay.
We did try and convince a guy when we were talking quite passionately about Fulham's selection in the coming games that we were Spurs fans. I don't think he believed us.
Well, we also managed to get into this pub by saying that we were neutrals. Very Fulham behaviour from us to actually get in here. Anyway, Liz, Fulham got a 1-1 draw. Tom Carney with the equaliser, then Tom Carney with the red card to set our hearts racing. But Fulham held on for a point, and in the circumstances, got to be happy with that.
To be honest, I was giving it large before the game a little bit, but when I woke up this morning to come to London, I thought if we get a draw, I'd be delighted with that, honestly. And especially considering the red card, I was buzzing. This is a kind of draw that just really feels like a win, away at a top six team, or a big six team, not top six. It's such a good feeling. Everyone coming out of the ground, such a good mood, such a good vibe. Just the best. I love Spurs away.
Liz has had a great day. Your mood compared to the Wolves one 8 days ago, which people will have maybe watched, probably not because Fulham was shit. But yeah, if you compare our moods now to that 8 days ago, it is pretty different. I mean, I think the key thing to say here, Liz, is that Fulham should have won. We had a lot of opportunities, particularly in the first half. Raul should have done a lot better. Iwobi hit the bar. There was one team really in it, apart from maybe the first few minutes where we were a little bit shaky, but we really grew into it.
Yeah, I saw someone tweet that I followed that Spurs had the better of the opening, and that was after 3 minutes. And then after that, Fulham were just so good. And I was watching thinking I cannot believe we haven't taken the lead. Honestly, it was incredible for the first half. And it felt like in that moment, it was a tale as old as time. Fulham play really well away from home, and then we don't get anything, and then they're going to score and all of that. But yeah, so many impressive performances across the park in that first half. I thought Lukic was my player of the moment for that. Just fabulous to have him back, and yeah, so good. And when we went in 0-0, I was so upset that it wasn't more. I really thought, but then I thought the goals would come our end in the second half.
Raul should do a lot better with that chance. He really, really should. I mean, I don't want to be too negative after what was a really great day and a great performance, but I am starting to come around to the opinion, which lots of Fulham fans have had for a while, that maybe we do need to start looking at a striker that can bury chances like that, because you can't be making those kind of opportunities and not taking them.
I think there's no point that I felt over the last 6 months that we shouldn't have got a striker in. And I do feel like in January that is a priority. But equally, I don't want to sign the wrong person. It's really hard, the striker market especially. The good ones are so expensive. It's very difficult in January to get someone. You're not going to get someone decent unless they've had a really disappointing first half of the season, all that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I think Raul Jimenez's overall play is really impressive, but he just wasn't finding the right positions, and it was becoming quite frustrating, really.
Second half, Fulham started so well, making so many opportunities. My head was a little bit on Mars when Tottenham scored, because it came just moments after Robinson had a great break down the left-hand side. He'd made a great interception, and then they went down the other end of the pitch, and it was just kind of one fairly easy Timo Werner ball. I think they exposed the fact that Robinson was up the pitch.
Yeah.
And as much as obviously we did save the game in the end, and I'm really glad and happy with the point, we do have to find ways to take chances and make more of these amazing openings, because it just feels like we're watching the same thing over and over again, like Fulham dominating, creating lots of opportunities, and once again, letting the other team then just go down the other end and score. It's just, I found it really, really aggravating.
And as soon as they, it was a lovely move, etc., etc. But as soon as they got those balls in those positions, I knew what was going to happen. It didn't surprise me at all. And it was such a gut punch because we were so much better leading up to it. And I just thought, oh my God, it's happened again. We've had all these sort of half chances, unable to take them. And then they've had a great chance and they've obviously scored. And I was feeling really frustrated and upset. But, we all know what happened.
This episode of Fulhamish is brought to you by NordVPN, which is the tool I use to watch all the festive football by changing the location of either my tablet, my laptop, or my phone. It is particularly perfect for those 3 p.m. kickoffs which aren't available here in the UK. All you need to do is go to NordVPN, change the location of your laptop or whatever device you're using, and then you can access platforms which are not only much cheaper than those here in the UK, they also show all the games, unlike what we have, where we only get a fraction of them. It means that I can watch every single Fulham game, whether it's on the telly or not. I also use NordVPN in order to access cheaper flights and hotels, as quite often, switch your location, you'll find those become a bit less expensive as well. You can use NordVPN on up to 10 devices, so I share my login with friends, family, and colleagues. And right now, you can get a great deal by going to nordvpn.com/Fulhamish. Not only will you get to access a great rate, but you get 4 extra months as well, and it's completely risk-free thanks to Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So to get that great rate plus 4 extra months, go to nordvpn.com/Fulhamish. That's nordvpn.com/Fulhamish. Yeah, Carney and Wilson come on. That just seems now to be Marco's new little 60-minute strategy. It didn't work against Wolves, but it worked today.
I think, Carney, when he came on, I was like, what are we doing? I kind of got it because we came on for Lukic, right? And Lukic was on a yellow, had just made a tackle that should have been, I think, a second yellow. And I was like, yeah, get him off. Then Carney came on, I was like, oh God. But he didn't really have much in the way of midfield options. A really frustrating system. When Carney came on, I was like, I'm not sure this is the game for him. Wilson was amazing. And then lo and behold, it was and it wasn't the game for Carney in the end.
Yeah, a brilliant finish from Tom. Finally, someone just kind of had a go. His first ever Premier League away goal for Fulham. I cannot believe that. His last Premier League away goal came in 2010 for Hull, which I just couldn't believe that stat.
It's crazy. In 2010, I was 9 years old, and I'm no longer 9 years old, guys. Yeah, insane.
I can't believe that. But I guess when you think about it, I think he only scored 1 goal in the season under Slav when we were in the Premier League. I don't remember him getting a load of opportunities under Parker in that season. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but that's a stat that, considering he's been at the club 10 years and we've been in the Premier League for at least 6 or 7 of them, is pretty incredible. Obviously, it did go from good to bad for Tom. The red card. What's your thoughts on it?
It's obviously a red card. I'm not going to come on here. I see everything through Fulham tinted glasses, but I'm not going to come on here and say it wasn't a red. Well, I didn't, obviously I was far away, I was in the away end, I didn't see it as but I saw there was a tackle, I saw that Kulusevski went down, and then as soon as I saw the replay, I was like, we can't be at all annoyed about that. That's clearly a red card, it's careless, and it's very dangerous.
I was quite surprised that Tom was so vociferous he went around basically everyone on the pitch trying to tell them oh, it was nothing, I didn't really do that much and stuff. Is it one of those that maybe looks a little bit worse on the replay? I'm just trying to put it out there for Tom because he was so incensed by this decision.
I think maybe he slipped on the wet pitch. If I was going to treat him with generosity, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that you can really say that there's it was very careless, it was very foolish. It was definitely a red card. When it happened, I died dead in the away end. I just put my face in my hands and I thought, oh my God, we're so hard. We've been so much better than this terrible. Sorry, any Spurs fans watching this, first of all, what are you doing? But second of all, we've been so much better than them. And I was like, the winner is coming from the boot of Harry Wilson, and now we're throwing it away, and they're going to beat us 2 or 3-1, and so frustrating.
I mean, I think the thing that frustrated me most about the red card was actually the way he lost the ball moments beforehand. He just pondered on it. Like, you don't have that much time in the Premier League, Tom, and it was a bit weird. It was a bit un-Tom Carney-like, really, to get caught out like he did. And I think that was, for me, the kind of aggravated me most about the red card. However, Fulham performed valiantly with 10 men. I don't remember Spurs creating anything. If anything, Fulham made the best chance with 10 men. We kind of put Sessegnon and Castagna on at the wings. It worked well from Marco. I thought it was a good tactical switch.
Can I have a word for Tess now?
Yeah.
I cried when he came over to the... No, I didn't. I got a little bit wet-eyed when he came over to the away end to clap at the end. I just thought it's so... not that I thought he had the most incredible show-stopping performance in the world, but I thought he was really solid and good when he came on, and then coming over at the end, clapping the fans. That for me, like, yeah, I have had 2 drinks, but that for me is what football is all about. Like, yeah. Tears in my eyes. And to be honest, as soon as the red card happened, I just thought, like, please let this be 1-1. Please. I was just, every moment that the ball went into our half, I was just sort of holding my chest, being like, please. So for it to end 1-1, for me, by the end, it felt like a win.
It really did feel like a win. It could have actually been a win if maybe Rodrigo Muniz had got into the 6-yard box. I mean, Harry Wilson does so well to actually get past, I think it might have been Ben Davies, and put it into the box. I mean, I'm not really here ratting out Rodrigo Muniz. Like, I think it was a weird situation, but I think maybe just Harry Wilson, really, his cameo was very impressive. He's got to be pushing for a start.
Yeah, I don't know how Marco doesn't start Harry Wilson on Thursday night. I was like, how could you justify not doing that? Especially with Sasha Lukic suspended after 5 yellow cards. So surely Berger alongside maybe...
Wobie.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to solve the selection problems, but Harry Wilson was incredible today. Everything he did turned to gold. I don't know what else he can do. He was, when he came on, by far the best player of the pitch for the rest of the game. And I love Ryan Sessegnon.
Yeah, I think Harry was slightly better than Ryan Sess, but it's a close fourth thing.
Yeah.
Well, look, a point away from home, Big Six club. Happy days.
I love Spurs away, and I love that finally it's given us the result we hope for. Next year we win.
You heard it here first. Liz, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, Sammy.
If you enjoyed the quick take, let us know in the comments, and we'll see you on Thursday after Brighton. You Whites.